Hey guys, it's Matt from Total MTG here, and I've just got back from my SOI pre-release, the new Innistrad, and I've brought my box back with me with my cards and my deck to show you. I was going to try and film it unboxing when I was there, but it was so busy there at my new local game store, which is Dead Universe Comics, where I've moved to. But I thought I'd come back, show you what my card pool was like. It was not the best. I didn't have a very good pre-release, but I enjoyed it and it was lots of fun. So basically what I'll probably do as well, I'll put a link to all the cards that I drew in below in the description. And if you've got time, maybe you could take a look at my card pool, see if you would have made a better deck than me, which wouldn't have been hard by going by my results. But anyway, this was the box that you get. You get 6 booster packs in this, and you get a nice little dice. You get a promo card. That's just some of the other cards. So my promo card that I got was Scourge Wolf. It's 2 red, it's 2/2 first strike Wolf Warrior. It has double strike as long as there are 4 more card types among cards in your graveyard. So the archetype Delirium, which was pretty sweet. So I'll go through the rares that I pulled. There is obviously some in the deck as well. Harnessed by Storm was one of them. Brains in Jar, artifact there. This looked pretty sweet. Odrich Lunar Marshal, 3 and a white. It's a 3/3. Beginning of each combat, creature control drain first strike until end of turn. If a creature you control has first strike, the same is true for flying, death touch, double strike, hexproof, indestructible, menace, all of them. So very sweet card that. Welcome to the Fold was my other rare that I pulled. 2 blue, has madness as well. It lets you gain control of target creature if its toughness is 2 or less. If Welcome to the Fold's madness cost is paid, instead gain control of that creature if its toughness is X or less. This rare that I pulled, I really wanted to play blue-white because they are my normal colours, but I just did not pull good enough card to sort of put a deck together. I think in total 6 creatures or something in blue and white, I pulled 2 blue creatures, which obviously there's more instants of sorceries in that event, but it just wasn't, I didn't feel it was strong enough. But Invocation of Saint Traff looks pretty sweet, 1 blue and a white. It's got the Geese of Saint Traff effect. Whenever the creature attacks, put a 4/4 white angel token into play. Tapped and attack and exile at end of combat. So they were the extra rares that I pulled. Let's go on to my deck now. Start off with the creatures. I went green-black deck. No other real name for it, but that's the way I went. So I started off with a Loam Dryad. Dustwatch Recruiter, 2/2 for 1 and a green. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card from that and put the rest into the bottom of your library in any order. At the beginning of your upkeep, if no spells were last turn, you get to transform him into a 3/3. Quilled Wolf, absolutely brilliant card. I found this, later on game. It's 2/2 for 2, but you can pay 6 to give it plus 4/4, so it's a 6/6, so you can always threaten that. And it works quite well with one of the enchantment cards I had, we'll get to in a bit, that basically gave all my creatures Skulk. So I'd attack with 2/2, he couldn't block, and then I'd make it a 6/6, which was a pretty neat combo. Hermit of the Natanols, cost 3, it's a 2/3, it's one of the flip cards again. When an opponent casts a spell during your turn, you get to draw a card. So, very sweet uncommon, this one. I like this one a lot. Barway Courier, 3/2 for 3, you get to investigate when it dies, which is one of the colourless clue artifacts that has 2 sacrifice, draw a card. Gloom Widow, it's a 3/3 for 3, which is pretty good as well, I found. Can only box creatures with flying and has reach. Thornhide Wolves, just a 4/5 for 5, just a big body creature. This was one of the other rares that I pulled. Sage of Ancient Lore. Its power and toughness equals number of cards in your hand. You get to draw a card when it comes in as well. Beginning of each upkeep, if no spells or cards, you get to transform Ancient Lore. And we'll have a look at that because it is a rare. So we get to transform into a werewolf, if the camera will focus in. There we go. Werewolf of Ancient Hunger. It's got Vigilance and Trample. Power and toughness equals the number of player in all players' cards. So that is a pretty sweet rare. I do like that one. Then we go for Cult of the Waxing Moon. It's a 5/4 for 5. Whenever a permanent you control transform into a non-human creature, put a 2/2 wolf into play. And just another big beater, 6/6 for 6. Has trample, it's got delirium, which is the archetype where you get 4 different cards, like a sorcery, instant, creature, enchantment, anything like that. On to the black creatures. Power Rider of Torso, it's got Skulk. It's 3/3 for 2, but you do have to discard a card, but it's a 3/3 body for 2, so it's a pretty sweet card though. Ghoul Caller's Accomplice, 2/2 for 2, lets you exile and put a 2/2 zombie into play. Olivia's Bloodswarm, 2/1 fly for 2. Obviously didn't play red, but a 2/1 fly for 2 is still pretty sweet in a sealed draft. Then we've got a 3/2 for 3. Farbog Revenant is a 1/3 with Skulk, so you can always get in with if it's not got nothing. Skulkies can't be blocked by creatures with greater power, so you can always possibly get in for 1. The mythic that I pulled, Mind Rack Demon, that actually did wreck me in one of my games because I did the million, I couldn't get my other million cards, and I had 3 types in there, and it ended up taking 12 life off me. But I think with the right deck, this could be a good card, the Mind Rack Demon. 4/5, pretty sweet card. Stormkirk Mentor will let you put a 1/1 counter on another target vampire when it comes into play, and it's a 4/2 for 4. Rotten Gold, 2/4 for 4. When it dies, target player discards a card. So now I go on to the few little other spells that I had. I had a Vessel of Nascency, if I pronounced that right. Sacrifice it, reveal the top 4 cards you library, put either an artifact, creature, enchantment, land, or planeswalking among your hand, and the rest in your graveyard. So that would have worked well with the big demon. Basically, the only removal I pulled in this colours was the expensive Throttle, gives a -4/4 for 5. Behind the scenes, this is the card that I said was pretty sweet interaction. Obviously, I couldn't do the given +1 because I wasn't playing white. Maybe I could have splashed a white land, but not really. But I did like the idea of giving all my creatures Skulk, which was pretty cool. Shamble Black is 1 colour black for sorcery, exile card, gain 2 life, and get a 2/2 zombie, which is pretty sweet. And then this one was the Gisses building, which gets you 2/2 black zombies, and you can play it for the madness cost as well if you discard. So obviously with the deck, that was my deck, guys. I mean, it had synergy, it worked, it was on curve, it was doing lots of stuff, but I just come up against much stronger decks. And then we just played a mixture of 17 lands, swamps and forests. Onto my sideboard of the colours that I had. Shard of Broken Glass. Neglected Headroom, which is pretty sweet. And then it flips over, gives a quick creature +3/3 and first strike. Skeleton Key that I had as well. Wicker Witch is a 3/1 for 3. Not too bad. Murderer's Axe, +2/2, and to equip it you discard a card, which obviously maybe you should have main decked that, knowing but the demon was my big creature. Another Shambling Back. Elms of the Vein, lose 3 life and you gain 3 life for the opponent. Might Beyond Reason gets you put counters, like an instant speed for counters. Vessel of Malignity, another enchantment, sacrifice it, target opponent exiles 2 cards from his or her hand. So a little discard spell. Removal there, destroy artifact or enchantment. Another enchantment to give creature +3/3. And Fork in the Road, which is the search for a 2 basic land, 1 in your hand, 1 in your graveyard. Oh, and 1 more left, which was Ulvenwald Mysteries. Whenever a non-token creature you control dies, you get to investigate. Well, which isn't too bad. It gets you the thing, more card draw, pay 2 to draw a card. So that was my deck, guys. We'll have a little run through. I'm going to leave a list of the cards, if I can, of all the cards that I pulled. And like I said, have a look at the cards that I pulled and see what deck you would have made. If you've got some kind of deck maker app, you could leave in the comments and let me know. But these are some of the other cards that I pulled, but I won't go through them name by name. But we got, got some nice red cards. Red cards wasn't too bad. I nearly wanted to go red, but I sort of green-black seemed pretty good to me, so I sort of stuck with that. Fiery Temper, I like that card. 3 damage target creature or player. But obviously, if you can discard, you can play it for 1, which is obviously very sweet. Tormenting Voice, nice card drawing there. Magnificent Chasm, creatures without flying can't block. Yeah, got some nice cards. White wasn't too bad, but it's like I said, it wasn't enough creatures. Blue that I wanted to play because, you know, like I said, I really wanted to give that a try. Just it looked a very fun card, the Invocation of Saint Draft. And then, like, these were the only 2 blue creatures I pulled. Silent Observer and Stormrider Spirit. And that was it. So, blue was... I know blue's obviously more controlling, more instant sorceries, but I really wanted a bit more than 2 creatures would have been nice. And then we pulled a catalogue, which is to draw 2 cards and discard a card. I think I pulled a couple of them. So that's a nice card draw in blue. And there's another one, pour over the pages, cost 5, draw 3 cards, untap up to 2 target creatures and discard a card. So yeah, anyway guys, that was my pre-release cards. So, anyway guys, I hope you all enjoyed your pre-release. Hope you like this short little video, just showing what my pull was. And obviously seeing what the nice box, what you get now. It's a very nice box, you could use that to play the cards. Anyway guys, let me know how your release went. Hopefully it went better than mine. Hope you enjoyed this video, like I said again, and we'll see you guys soon. Thanks a lot guys.